Yo, what's up, Taurus? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of June 2016. Money will play a significant role in your life for the month of June 2016, Taurus, and the reason that is because the sun is transiting the sign of Gemini for the majority of the month of June 2016. And Gemini is your second house, and your second house has to do primarily with your money situation. On June 20th, the sun is going to shift into the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is your third house, and that has to do with all the important communication in your life. Writing, speaking, texting, emails, more exchange of information. So for the majority of the month of June, it's going to be all about your money situation. And then on June 20th, the sun is going to shift into the sign of Cancer, your third house of communication. And then the theme is going to be more about the communications in your life. So those are the primary themes for the month of June for you for June 2016, Taurus. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur for the month of June 2016 and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on June 4th, there's a new moon in the sign of Gemini, and new moons are like a trigger. So after the new moon happens on June 4th, all these new things regarding the area they happen in will begin to develop. And this happens in Gemini. Gemini is your second house of money. So it sounds like new money opportunities coming down the pike for you, Taurus. Think about the way you make money, Taurus. Do you have any sort of, some kind of special talent about yourself that you can utilize to better your money situation? It could be anything. Maybe you have your own business. Like maybe you got like a business like building computers or something, or producing something. Think, if you haven't tapped into this yet, think about how you can utilize this to better your money situation, because after June 4th, like I said, for the following 6 months, these new things regarding, your money are going to start building for the next 6 months, and then 6 months down the road is going to be the full moon in the same area, and that's where whatever is going to be building for the 6 months will finally come to fruition. So you might see some sort of, something come, to fruition regarding your money 6 months down the line, and it's going to have to do with whatever's building for the next 6 months. On June 6th, the sun in Gemini, once again, your second house of money, is making a conjunction with Venus, the planet of love and beauty and romance, also in the same area. So the sun and Venus are aligning in your second house of money on June 6th. So what does this suggest? I mean, is there maybe a romantic interest, or maybe even your significant other? Maybe you see some kind of opportunity through them to make money. Maybe you have a significant other that just makes great money. And this could really be illuminated on June 6th, because the sun is shining its light down on this area, and it's combining with Venus, the planet of love and romance. So there's definitely some sort of connection there between, your romantic situation and money. So look out for that on June 6th, Taurus. On June 9th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in your sign. It's in the sign of Taurus, and for you as a Taurus, Taurus is the first house. It's the house of self. It's your sign. And it's making what's called an opposition to Mars. Mars is the planet of aggression when it's in this sort of negative opposition. It's basically Mercury and Mars are on opposite parts of the sky of each other, so they're facing off. And Mercury's in your sign, and Mars is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is your seventh house, and that has to do with your one-on-one relationships. So what does this suggest? Sounds like you're having a challenging day on June 9th with a significant other, or a romantic interest, or just any sort of one-on-one relationship that's important to you in your life on June 9th. There could be some sort of challenge there, so look out for that date, June 9th. I just want to prepare you ahead of time. On June 12th, Venus, the planet of love, in Gemini, your second house of money, making actually a very positive angle to Uranus, the planet of serendipity and the unexpected, which is in Aries. And Aries is a private and hidden area for you, Taurus. That is your 12th house. The 12th house has to do with things that are hidden. So it sounds like maybe you have something hidden regarding your money. And all of a sudden, there's this unexpected maybe a surprise. Maybe you're going to surprise your romantic interest with something regarding money. It could be your significant other or somebody you're just dating or whatever. But whoever your, romantic interest is in your life, it sounds like all of a sudden you're like pulling something like money or something out, that has some sort of monetary value, and your significant other's like, whoa, and it's really positive. So June 12th, look out for that date. On June 13th, Neptune, the planet of dreams, is going to begin its retrograde. And everybody knows retrograde is the planet going backwards. It's not technically going backwards, it just looks like it is. But what does it mean astrologically? On June 13th, Neptune begins its retrograde in Pisces, which is your 11th house of friendships and your social situation. It's going to be doing this retrograde motion until November 19th. So for quite some time, Neptune is going to be retrograde, like pretty much all throughout the entire summer. And then, even in the beginning of the fall, it's going to be retrograding. And this could see you, when planets go retrograde, they bring up people from the past. And this is in your area of your friendship. So from June 13th to November 19th, all of a sudden, all these people, from your past, that you were friends with in your past, high school, college, childhood, whatever, wherever you are in your life, Taurus, Neptune is going to bring these friends back. So you're going to be, having some reunions, it sounds like. It also, when planets go retrograde like this, they can shake things off too. So it sounds like, whatever friendships are outdated in your life, they could be shaken off during this time, so that when November 19th hits and Neptune's ready to go forward, these friendships are gone. There's no more. On June 17th, Saturn in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your 8th house. That has to do with your shared resources, your shared finances. It even has to do with your sex life. And it's making a challenging aspect to Neptune, the planet of dreams, which is in Pisces, and that's in your 11th. Once again, Neptune being in your 11th house of friendships and your social situation. And it just sounds like there's some kind of conflict between, the person you share your resources with, and they're also your sexual partner. And there's a challenge between that aspect of your life and your friendship. So it's kind of like, on June 17th, it's like, well, I want to go hang out with my friends. But then it's like the person who you share your resources with and your sex life with, there might be like, no, I want you to like be with me, and then there's like, kind of like a combat between that. Either that, or maybe whoever you share your resources with doesn't like your friends, or vice versa. Maybe your friends don't like, the person that you share your resources with and the person that you're sexually involved with. That could come to light on June 17th, so watch out for that. On the same day, Venus, the planet of love and romance, actually enters the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is your 3rd house of communication. And Venus has been transiting Gemini, your 2nd house of money, since May 24th. And now on June 17th, it's finally going to move into Cancer. And Cancer, your 3rd house of communication. And this is going to really beautify and soften your message. So, if you're a Taurus that has kind of like a sharp tongue or a hard tone, Venus is really going to soften this and make your message more palatable. And this could be really great because, if you're trying to sell yourself on something after June 17th, use this to your advantage, Taurus. This is really going to help you out. Trust me. On June 20th, there's a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, once again, being your 8th house of shared resources, shared finances, your sex life. And it's a full moon, so it's something coming to fruition. And these full moons, they can go either way. It's like, if things have been going good in your sex life, if things have been going good with your shared resources or whoever you share your finances with, there could be some kind of development here. If not, it sounds like the full moon could shatter something, or make some sort of separation or shake things up. I mean, not necessarily, it doesn't always have to be a separation. Maybe for some Taurus it would be, but not for all. I mean, maybe it's just a shake up, and it rattles the situation you have a little bit, whoever's your sexual partner, whoever you share your resources with, whoever you share your finances with. So you're going to want to watch out for that one on June 20th. On June 27th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty in Cancer, making a positive aspect to Neptune in Pisces. Once again, Pisces being your 11th house of friendships and your social situation. So what does this suggest? This is a very positive angle happening on June 27th. So it sounds like you could find love amongst your friends, and Venus being in Cancer, your 3rd house of communication, sounds like you're communicating something romantic to someone in your social circle on June 27th. On June 29th, Mars, the power planet, is going direct. Finally going forward in Scorpio. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. Mars has been going retrograde for pretty much since the end of May. So around the end of May, it's been going, it's been going retrograde since April, but it was retrograde in Sagittarius. Then it started going retrograde in Scorpio, and it's been going retrograde in Scorpio since May, since the end of May. And this caused some hang-ups in your one-on-one relationship or some challenges, because Scorpio is the 7th house of your one-on-one relationships. And it sounds like since Mars is finally going forward on June 29th, it sounds like this is going to, the intensity or, whatever the anger you're feeling regarding your one-on-one relationships is finally going to, let off a little bit. I mean, you probably had, since Mars has been going retrograde in your 7th house of one-on-one relationships since the end of May, it sounds like you might have had some combative moments regarding your one-on-one relationships in your life, or a specific one-on-one relationship in your life. But you can start to see this, Mars is going to ease up a little bit after June 29th with that, because it's going to finally smooth out and start going forward. So you're going to see, that process is going to become a little bit more acceptable for you regarding what happens between you and your significant other, especially in your house of one-on-one relationships, your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Taurus. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Enjoy the month of June, and I'll see you next time.